you get emotional talking about the time when your parents invited you guys, you and your girlfriend, to church to see that, what do you call it?
Yeah, the
Uh,
the local play, Heaven's
yes,
Gates and Hell's
play
Gate.
about
Yeah,
heaven and hell. And she asked you to go to the altar with her, and your life changed. Can you
yeah,
share about that moment with us?
yeah. I mean, that was a life-changing moment for me for sure, and for her, for us. My parents, after what I was been going through and was not really following, I wasn't following Christ, nor was I searching for him. I just kind of tapped out. My mom was really encouraging me, and I know she was praying for me, but was just asking me repeatedly to, like, you should come to church with us. And I was like, no, thanks, but no thanks. So she found a loophole by inviting this girl that had come to visit me. So she invited her to go to church, which she said yes, of course. So we both got dragged into going to visit this church. When we went, it was stuffy and old, and everyone at the church was a lot older, and they all wore nice suits and looked very dapper. I wore something like this probably, and sat in the very front row because that's where my parents were sitting. And the sermon went on, and the play went down, and the pastor came up to do the altar call at the end, which I was familiar with because I grew up in that kind of setting. But this girl I brought with me, who's now my wife, this was this was all new for her. And so she did not know what the heck was going on. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. And I just remember when the altar call proceeded, nobody went to the front, and she kind of just tapped me in the ribs and was like, hey, she's like, would you go to the front with me? And at that moment, that was the initial moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, like th this is for real. I was like, yeah, I'll go to the front with you. So it's funny when my wife heard this story, she's like, I guess at first I was like, no, I'm not going to the front. Apparently I said that. I don't remember that, but I went to the front with her. And yeah, that prayer was not just for her, it was for me as well. And we committed our lives to Christ that day, and yeah, we raced to the bookstore. We bought two Bibles, and like I think two, at least two, maybe three, like just devotionals, Bible studies, and just ways to grow in our faith. And we continue to do that ever since. And then the following year we got married, and yeah, we have been following Christ ever since, and our kids are following Christ. And yeah, it was a life-changing experience, a moment for us for sure.